The lights are on, and it's Monday Night Football, where Cam Newton and the 3-9 Panthers play host to a Falcons squad down their top three offensive weapons and have also benched longtime quarterback Matt Ryan in favor of the new kid on the block, rookie second-round draft pick Ray Gilbert. Second play of the game, Gilbert looking to throw and not getting any help early as Calvin Ridley has the pass bounce right off his hands incomplete. Then on 3rd and 10, Gilbert throwing again, fires a crosser to Ridley, who does make the catch this time, and he has the first down and 23 yards near midfield. 3 plays later, 3rd and 11 this time, Gilbert throwing again and takes aim at the cameramen, firing a pass 10 yards out of bounds to end the drive. Falcons get it right back, and facing a 3rd and 3, Gilbert tries to throw the crosser again, but instead throws it right to Luke Kuechly, who makes the interception, and accuracy a big issue early as Carolina takes over in Atlanta territory. Panthers looking to capitalize, and with 3rd and 17, Cam Newton looking to throw, stands in and wants Curtis Samuel, who makes the 23-yard catch to convert. Later in the drive, 3rd down again, and the Panthers convert again as Newton hits Auden Tate for 13 yards to make it 1st and goal. Then 2 plays later, Newton throwing, has a seizure in the pocket and goes right back to a wide open Tate for the 5-yard score, and the interception leads to Carolina taking an early 7-0 lead. After exchanging possessions, Atlanta gets it back at their own 20, where Gilbert hits Calvin Ridley on the slant, and he's off to the races, where he's going to break the tape on an 80-yard touchdown and the first of Ray Gilbert's career as the Falcons fire back to tie things up at 7. Panthers looking to answer back, and on 3rd and inches, Newton fires down the seam to Greg Olsen for 27 yards into Atlanta territory. 3 plays later, 3rd and 13, Newton looking to throw again, but he's going to take off and be tracked down by Deion Jones shy of the marker. Panthers send out Mason Crosby, and his 49-yard kick splits the uprights to put Carolina back out in front with a 10-7 lead. Falcons turn again, and on 2nd and 10, Gilbert finds Austin Traylor for 11 yards on a 1st down. 2 plays later, Ito Smith takes the give up the middle, stumbles, and is torn down by his mask, so tack on 15 more yards, sending Atlanta across midfield. 2 plays later again, and this time it's Brian Hill picking up the 1st down and 12 yards to move the chains. Then facing 3rd and 10, Gilbert looks to throw and hits Ito Smith for 11 yards to keep the drive alive. 3 plays later, 3rd and 9 from the 8, where Gilbert looks to throw again and is just wide of his intended target in the goalpost pad. Roland Ford comes on, and you already know he never misses, and the Falcons pull even again, tying things up at 10. Ensuing drive, Panthers near midfield, and on 3rd and 5, Kendall Sheffield screams in to take Newton down for the sack, and Sheffield gets up to show off his incredible ability to play invisible sports ball as he kicks a goal and then crosses up nobody before knocking down the jumper. So the Falcons get it back, and facing 3rd and 4, Gilbert stands in and hits Devontae Barclay for 7 yards on the 1st down. 2 plays later, 2nd and 7, and it's Ito Smith with the carry, cutting back and picking up 11 and another 1st down. 2 plays later again, Gilbert with the play fake and looking to throw, where he fires down the seam to Calvin Ridley, who decides he'd rather play defense and allows Trey Boston to make the interception, and Gilbert's second pick of the half sends us to the break tied at 10 apiece. Panthers go 3 and out to start the second half, which paves the way for the Ito Smith show as he starts the drive with a 14-yard run. Next play, and move the chains again as Smith picks up 11 more and another 1st down right to midfield. 2 plays later, 2nd and inches, where Smith takes the give and has the 1st down and more, picking up 18 yards down to the Carolina 21. Then with 3rd and 2, it's who else but Ito Smith gaining 4 yards to make it 1st and goal. And 2 plays later, Gilbert with the play fake and looking to throw, stands in, doesn't pull the trigger, and Gerald McCoy drags him down for the sack. So 3rd and goal from the 19 now, where Gilbert's again looking to throw and fires over the middle to Barclay, who gets his hands on it but can't hang on to the catch. Roland Ford is sent out and turns the Falcons' drive into points, hitting the 36-yard field goal and giving Atlanta a 13-10 lead. 4th quarter now, still 13-10. Falcons with the ball, and Gilbert play fakes and fires over the middle to Mohamed Sanu for 14 yards on a 1st down. After another 1st down, it's Ito Smith with the give, and a huge hole leads to another 16 yards to move the chains again. Then 3 plays later, 3rd and 13, and Gilbert looking to throw, stands in and floats one over the head of Barclay that's nearly intercepted. Roland Ford comes on, and his 47-yard field goal is nothing short of perfect, and the Falcons extend their lead to 6. Second play for the Panthers, and Newton's throwing, where he finds Curtis Samuel on the crosser for 12 yards on a 1st down to start the drive. Panthers near midfield now, where Newton is again throwing and fires down the seam to Jalen Marshall, who gets pinballed but hangs on to the 32-yard catch. Then on the following play, Newton snaps and fires to Jermichael Hubbard, who gets a block, beats Maurice Ramsey to the edge, and the 20-yard score from the rookie puts the Panthers out in front with a 1-point lead. Falcons looking to answer and facing 3rd and 11. Gilbert looks to throw, stands in, and fires deep for Calvin Ridley, but it never had a chance, and Atlanta goes 3 and out. Third play for the Panthers, and Newton pumps as he drops the throw and then decides to take off, where he cuts on a dime, picks up the first down, and a 20-yard gain into Atlanta territory. 3 plays later, 3rd and 9, Newton throwing and finds Curtis Samuel for 14 yards on a big 3rd down conversion. Then on the following play, Newton fires another screen, this time to Samuel, who catches and breaks the tackle, jukes into the clear as he takes another screen to the house, and with 3:23 to go, back-to-back touchdowns have given the Panthers an 8-point lead. Falcons need a touchdown and a 2-point to tie, and on their first play, Gilbert looks to throw before escaping the pocket to his left and using his legs to pick up 20 yards on a first down to start the drive. 2 plays later, 2nd and 1, and the Falcons move the chains on the ground again as Ito Smith picks up 9. Then facing 3rd and 10, Gilbert throwing, moves to his right and throws on the run to Marcus Green, who has the catch before the Kuechly hit stick knocks it loose and brings up 4th down, where Gilbert is again throwing, wants Devontae Barclay, but throws a horrible pass off the mark and into the ground, incomplete, and the Falcons turn it over on downs. Still with 3 timeouts though, and on 2nd and 8, Atlanta brings the house, and Lorenzo McManus is in for the sack that leads to a Carolina punt. And on Atlanta's first play, Gilbert throwing, stands in, loads up, and fires deep for Calvin Ridley, but it's over everybody and falls incomplete. Next play, and Gilbert's throwing again, where he stands in and fires to Calvin Ridley, but it's high, deflected, and intercepted for the 2nd time by Trey Boston, and Ray Gilbert's first career start is going to result in 3 interceptions and a Falcons loss, but not before the Panthers send out their kicker to tack on a field goal as time expires. So put that one in the memory bank for future reference as the Panthers win 27-16. Ray Gilbert goes 18 of 43 passing for 219 yards and 3 costly turnovers. Atlanta falls to 5-8, which eliminates them from postseason contention, and it's going to take 3 straight wins now just to avoid a losing season, and they'll look to start that win streak next week as they host division-leading Tampa Bay. Another game, another 1-score loss essentially, and just to get into things here, you can kind of see why I didn't want to go with Gilbert. I have my sliders designed around trying to get Matt Ryan to throw incompletions, so when I put a guy like Gilbert in who has none of the dead-eye stuff or the high ratings, things get extremely random to the point where I honestly don't know what's going to happen on each throw. That being said though, I'm not going to change anything because I feel like not every game is going to be like that, but definitely not the greatest start for our new rookie quarterback. But getting into the team side of things, Devontae Barclay had a breakout scenario that didn't even come close to being accomplished. He only ended up with 4 catches for 19 yards and 0 touchdowns against Carolina, so no dev upgrade for him. Moving to scouting, there were no new draft stories this week and just a couple of additions to the draft board, and they were both right guards. Ralph Harden out of Texas is a first-round projection as well as true talent, and then Kenyon Griffin out of North Dakota State is a 4th-round projection but is also a first-round true talent. Despite the rough game, Ray Gilbert does acquire another skill point that was used to upgrade his field general archetype, and he gets +1 bumps to his play action and mid-throw accuracy, as well as a +2 upgrade to his short throw accuracy. Then our first-round rookie Lorenzo McManus also gets upgraded this week and hits a 72 overall with 1 point increases to his awareness, hit power, and play rec, as well as a 2-point increase to his power moves. Time to go around the league, and Week 14 started with the 49ers beating the Eagles 24-21 on Thursday night. Packers win 24-8 against the Jaguars. Browns beat the Steelers, and the Bears take down the Rams. Cowboys win 35-30 over the Giants, while the Redskins win 28-21 over the previously undefeated Bengals. Bucks and Texans pick up road wins over the Lions and Vikings. Titans beat the Colts, Saints beat the Raiders, and the Patriots win over the Dolphins. Broncos upset the Chiefs at Arrowhead, while the Chargers win at Buffalo. Seahawks win at home in overtime against the Cardinals, and the Ravens win 38-28 in the Big Apple on Sunday night. Looking at the playoff picture in the AFC, it's the 12-1 Bengals, 9-3-1 Jets, 9-4 Titans, and the 8-4-1 Chiefs as the top 4 seeds. Browns and Patriots hold the wild cards, while the Ravens, Jaguars, Chargers, Texans, and Bills are all 7-6 and a game back of that final spot. On the NFC side, nobody has clinched anything yet, as the Bears are the current 1 seed at 11-2, with the 49ers, Bucks, and Redskins as the other division leaders. Seahawks and Packers are the wild cards, with just the Saints, Cowboys, and Eagles miles left in the hunt, which means we have been eliminated from playoff contention. The Week 14 AFC Player of the Week for the offense is Colts quarterback Andrew Luck. The now retired digital zombie was 30 of 43 passing for 349 yards and 4 touchdowns, but Luck's huge day wasn't enough as his Colts fell 35-28 in Tennessee. Fellow quarterback Dak Prescott of the Cowboys is the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Prescott was nearly perfect, connecting on 23 of his 25 attempts for 234 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air. Prescott also added 24 yards and a touchdown on the ground in the Cowboys' 35-20 win over the Giants. For the second week in a row, the AFC Defensive Award goes to Myles Garrett of the Browns. Garrett made 8 tackles, all of the solo variety, and took down the quarterback 4 times and managed to not hit them over the head with their own helmet as the Browns picked up a 30-27 home win over the Steelers. And then the NFC Defensive Award goes to Seahawks linebacker KJ Wright. The 10th-year 4th-round pick out of Mississippi State made 5 tackles, knocked away a pass, and both sacked and intercepted Kyler Murray in the Seahawks' 27-21 overtime win over the Cardinals. The passing leaders this week start with Jacoby Brissett of the Saints and his league-best 3,773 yards passing. Andrew Luck of the Colts and his 34 touchdowns are good for tops in the league, as are Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes and his 123.3 passer rating. The rushing leaders remain the same this week, with Todd Gurley leading the way in rushing yards with 1,319, as well as yards per carry with his 6.3 average. Saquon Barkley finds the end zone again this week and is still tops in the league now with 12 rushing touchdowns on the year. The receiving leaders also remain the same, as David Njoku's 78 catches are a league high. Buccaneers receiver Mike Evans, who we face next week, leads the league with 1,055 yards receiving, and then Colts receiver Seth Roberts adds another 2 touchdown catches this week to give him a league best 13 receiving touchdowns. Then wrapping up with the defensive leaders, Deion Jones has 145 tackles, which is by far a league best. Von Miller gets shut out by the Chiefs this week, but still leads the way in sacks with 17. And then Steelers safety Tavon Wilson and his 5 interceptions are still leading the way there. Week 15 kicks off with Colts at Chargers on Thursday night. Moving to Sunday, it's Bills at Dolphins, Broncos at Panthers, and Lions at Cowboys. We host the Bucks and will don some throwbacks. Jags at Texans, Chiefs at Saints, Giants head to Washington, Titans head to Green Bay, and Cardinals face the Rams in LA. Bears, Vikings, Seahawks, Niners, and Bengals, Browns in division action. Raiders face the 0-12-1 Steelers, and on Sunday night it's Ravens at Eagles. Then wrapping up the week is a big AFC East matchup as the 9-3-1 Jets host the 8-5 Patriots on Monday night. But that's going to do it, guys. Like I said at the beginning of the post game, I'm hoping this was an anomaly in terms of accuracy for Ray Gilbert, and I don't plan on making any changes to the sliders at least until the end of the season, unless it gets unbelievably bad. But hope you guys enjoyed the video and are enjoying the series. Tune in next video for Bucks Falcons as we look to get